Welcome, everyone. Let's dive into some intriguing and mysterious predictions made by two of history's most renowned seers, the French seer Nostradamus and the Bulgarian mystic Baba Vanga. These visionaries left behind cryptic prophecies that have fascinated humanity for centuries. Their works speak of natural disasters, wars, and monumental shifts that seem eerily relevant to our present and future. Baba Vanga, often called the Nostradamus of the Balkans, made a spine-chilling prediction about humanity's fate in 2025. She foresaw nothing less than the extinction of humanity. Yes, extinction. According to her, the catalyst for this apocalyptic scenario would be a catastrophic war in Europe, wiping out a vast portion of the population. Sound familiar? The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine could potentially escalate into something far more devastating. While these are just predictions, they resonate uncomfortably with the current geopolitical climate. Nostradamus, the enigmatic French seer, appeared to echo this dire warning. His writings also reference widespread military conflicts breaking out across Europe in 2025. Coincidence? Perhaps not. He too placed Russia at the heart of these events, foreseeing the destruction of the European continent as a central theme in his prophecies. These two seers, separated by centuries, seem to converge on a future filled with war, destruction, and chaos. Adding another layer of despair, both Nostradamus and Baba Vanga predicted the emergence of a deadly disease in the same year. While the specifics of this illness remain shrouded in mystery, the idea of a new global health crisis is unsettling, especially in light of recent experiences with pandemics. Could humanity face another devastating biological threat? Let's hope these visions are no more than exaggerated fears from the past. But not all of Baba Vanga's predictions for 2025 focus on doom and gloom. One of her most extraordinary forecasts suggests that humanity may finally encounter extraterrestrial life, and not in the shadowy, elusive manner depicted in science fiction. Instead, she envisioned a moment so clear and undeniable that humanity could no longer dismiss the existence of life beyond Earth. Imagine the impact of such a revelation. The arrival of highly advanced beings, both technologically and spiritually, could revolutionize our understanding of science, religion, and our place in the cosmos. Could these extraterrestrial visitors even offer solutions to save humanity from its self-destructive tendencies? The possibilities are as exciting as they are profound. Baba Vanga didn't stop there. She also made a startling prediction about Russia's political future. She foresaw the assassination of Vladimir Putin, not by a foreign adversary, but by one of his own countrymen. This shocking act, she suggested, might be an attempt to broker peace and end the wars plaguing the region. However, rather than ushering in stability, this event could plunge the world into even greater chaos, worsening already fragile diplomatic relations and creating a dangerously unstable global landscape. As if that weren't enough, Baba Vanga warned of another horrifying possibility: the use of biological weapons. In 2025, she predicted that a nation would deploy such weapons, though she left the culprits and targets unnamed. The thought of biological warfare raises countless questions about the direction humanity is heading. With these potential threats looming, the future could easily resemble the plot of a dystopian novel, one filled with assassinations, pandemics, and catastrophic warfare. While the predictions of Nostradamus and Baba Vanga have captivated imaginations for generations, they are, at their core, interpretations of enigmatic texts. Whether they hold genuine insight into the future or simply serve as cautionary tales, they remind us of the fragility of our world and the importance of striving for peace and unity in the face of uncertainty. The red adversary will get scared, endangering the big ocean, according to one of Nostradamus's most intriguing prophecies. For a number of years, Russia was referred to as the Red Enemy because of its former status as the Soviet Union. Naturally, it continues to be a major problem for several Western nations. Red is also the national color of China, which is now governed by a communist system, but it's vital to keep that in mind. The Communist Party-led nation has an economy that is expanding faster than the world average and is becoming more powerful than other countries, to the point that it is at odds with the US in a number of areas. Are they going to be the new red enemies? According to Baba Vanga, communism would once again be in the forefront of discussion until 2076. Perhaps this trend will begin as early as 2025. Numerous academics agree that Nostradamus foresaw Donald Trump's election triumph when he said that a behemoth will have economic difficulties in 2025, which would be the perfect setting for significant alterations. The US is said to be the giant in question. What role does Trump play, though? Scholars link the prophet's citation of a biblical scripture that describes a strong, divisive, and extremely influential leader who would encounter fierce resistance to this prophecy. However, important changes may occur if this leader were to continue in office. The descriptions are hard to separate from Trump, even if they aren't specifically about him, especially because he will be taking office next year. He must be careful, though, for another chapter cautions that a rival nation may assassinate him. Considering the events that have transpired in the run-up to the elections, including a nearly deadly attack in his own nation, this warning seems eerily realistic. A celestial fire would break out on another planet, according to one of Nostradamus's most puzzling prophecies, and Mars's brightness would diminish. Scholars of his writings argue that these enigmatic comments may have anything to do with Elon Musk's upcoming quest to colonize Mars. Although the meaning of these terms is still up for discussion, it is anticipated that Mars will be a major concern in 2025. Potential milestones for Musk and NASA's ambitious ambitions to Progress missions aimed at transporting people to dwell on the red planet are scheduled for 2050. To find out what the celestial fire and Mars's darkening actually imply, we'll probably have to wait until 2025. After Queen Elizabeth II, who ruled for 70 years, passed away, King Charles III just took the throne. The King of the Islands will be forcibly removed in 2025 and replaced by a person who does not have the king's mark, according to a passage according to Nostradamus expert Mario Rene. According to Rene's theory, Elizabeth was the last legitimate queen from a family that preserved traditional royal principles, and her successors will signal the end of the English monarchy. He goes on to say that either health problems or a significant change in public perception of Charles's private life will cause him to lose power quickly. For 2025, Nostradamus prophesied a number of dire outcomes. It will be a year of increasing conflicts, maritime wars, and more frequent humanitarian disasters, he said. He did caution, though, that nature will ultimately cause more pain for humans than conflict. Since climate change has resulted in more devastating natural disasters in recent years, many people read this as a reference to it. Nostradamus also foresaw that in 2025, human life will be threatened by climatic occurrences. The dire forecast reads, "The price of wheat will rise so much that man will eat his neighbor." Despite being startling, this term probably does not refer to actual cannibalism. Experts say it portends an unheard-of spike in food costs that will cause widespread despair and famine. Consider how expensive it would become for millions of people to eat basic basics like bread and rice. As hunger grows, despair sets in. Even those who have never committed a crime may use violence, house invasions, or theft to get food. Those who are deemed morally upright may also be impacted by this instability, as survival instincts take precedence over social conventions. We can only hope that this bleak scenario won't come to pass. It might result in a societal breakdown with empty supermarkets, widespread looting, and dread taking over the streets. If the difficulties facing Earth weren't enough, Nostradamus also foresaw that an asteroid may strike the globe after the new year. According to his biographers, he wrote, "In the sky, one would see fire and a long trail of sparks, which depicts a celestial body moving toward Earth." In late 2024, astronomers were already on high alert because of an asteroid that was momentarily caught by Earth's gravity before it returned to its path. But according to Nostradamus's forecast, the impact would be considerably greater and may trigger a series of catastrophic catastrophes that would endanger humankind. These forecasts may be written off as unrealistic by some, but current patterns indicate otherwise. As people become ready for wars or natural calamities, bunker building has noticeably increased throughout Europe since 2023. This suggests that despite the uncertainty, many people are paying attention to these warnings. The only thing the rest of us can do is wait and hope for the best. I appreciate you watching all the way through. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel.